That's the bed that you made. That's the bed that you made. Yeah. Ay, yeah, bed that you made. That's the bed that you made.
Aye, Katie, let's go.
All hell King Darius.
That's a bed that you made.
That's the bed that you made.
That's a bed that you laid.
That's the bed that you laid.
What kind of game is you playing?
What kind of game is you playing?
We go hard in the paint.
We go hard in the paint, yeah.
What the fuck is you saying?
What the fuck is you saying?
I only go where they pay.
I only go where they pay.
What kind of game is you
What
playing?
kind of game is you playing?
Aye, yeah,
hard
whoa,
in the paint.
my shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies, you children popping mollies. I'm so intelligent, my honesty turned into philosophy. I go hard in the paint, the harder I play. Nigga, I'm like Harden on James, a problem to face. I don't wear my heart on my sleeve, just look in my eyes. Nigga, you can do what you need, I do what is right. I don't fucking want what you have, just look at your life. Nothing about it sacred to me, it's out of my sight. That just means it's out of my mind, it's not worth the fight. Nigga, yeah, I'm out of my mind, I'm out of my mind. Hey, you did what you did.
Yeah, you do what you did.
Give a fuck about intentions.
Don't give a fuck about intentions.
You can watch what I do.
You can watch what I do.
Just stay the fuck out my mentions.
Stay the fuck out my mentions.
That's a bed that you made.
That's the bed that you made.
That's a bed that you laid.
That's the bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing?
Hard in the paint.
We go hard in the paint, yeah.
What is you saying?
What the fuck is you saying?
Go where they pay.
I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing?
Hard in the paint.
We go hard in the paint, yeah.
Bed that you made.
That's the bed that you made.
That's a bed that you laid.
That's the bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing?
Hard in the paint.
We go hard in the paint, yeah.
What is you saying?
What the fuck is you saying?
Go where they pay.
I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing?
Hard in the paint.
We go hard in the paint, yeah.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
So you all wanted a new TikTok about how I use my new pronouns, which are B. So here we go.
That's legitimate insanity.
Instead of saying that's their coat, you would say that is B's coat.
This is just nonsensical shit.
They love themselves. You would say B loves B's self. I really hope this helps.
You're retarded.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 23 Hundo and 84 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. Today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everson K2 Flexin' on all you beaches.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
What's going on, fam-wise? Yeah, you know what I said. If you're part of the Swole fam, you can translate. Welcome to the show, everyone. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good shit. Welcome. It is Tuesday, November the 15, and we have a little Tainty Man in store for all of you. Aww. Look at that Tainty Man. He's getting his sleep on. I got church right next to me, and we have a great show, so we're going to get right into it. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Make sure you leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Check all the links in the show notes down below. We have a lot of new releases. that we dropped during yesterday's accountability meeting. The replay is available over there in Swole TV for members. You could join over at swolenormousx.com. We have some brand new apparel. We'll get into all the announcements in just a couple moments, but let's all drop in the comments down below. What are you smashing today? Let's fucking go, Beaches. We got a great show. Let's bust this nut wide open. Let's summon the Falcon and get today's party started. Let's fucking go. Put some respect on it. Let's fucking go. Hashtag Tainty Magooch. Don't be a beesh, don't be a boosh, or you will most certainly end up like Tainty Magooch. It is Tainty Tuesday after all. So for those of you that might be new listening or new watching, can you define, drop it in the live chat down below, can you define what a Tainty Magooch is? If you've been listening to the show for more than a couple weeks, you know what a Tainty Magooch is. You deal with them every day. How do you define a Tainty Magooch? And you don't want to be a Tainty Magooch. Don't be a beesh, don't be a boosh, or you'll end up like Tainty Magooch. Don't be a beesh, don't be a boosh, or you'll end up like Tainty Magooch. I hope you had a great workout today. I did some legs. I did a lot of legs. It's fucking nice. It's bright and sunny. My nips are on fire. My legs are pumped and fucking just like tree trunks right now. And I'm sitting down. I'm like, oh, I want to stretch. I want to move. My legs are just completely fucked. I did legs and then I took Rufus out and I was like, hey, let's run down the yard. And I was just like galloping like a baby deer. I was like on my tiptoes. Probably shouldn't be doing that. My security camera probably picked up a really awkward run. So I'll have to review that later. Oh my goodness. Ooh, let's see. Tainty Magooch, Lacey, a fat bastardized, a fat bastard that takes up a seat and a half on a plane and bitches about having to walk to baggage claim. Ah, yes, a fat beesh. A fat beesh that doesn't take care of their health and then complains about moving. Yeah, if you're a human being and you can't walk, lifestyle habits. Petty Officer Robin, Tainty Magooch is someone that doesn't even bother to find a healthier path. Indeed, you're unhealthy for a reason because you don't take care of your health. A fat bastardized. I like that. Autocorrect, a fat bastardized. All right, fam, we got announcements. Let's get into that tip. Everyone spit on it. Pooah. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. John says, a Tainty Magooch. My definition today are people failing to be accountable to themselves or others. Preach. So like I mentioned yesterday, we have our accountability meeting. It's available for members inside Swole TV. So check the replay if you haven't yet. We got some new apparel releases over there at papaswolio.com. Use code Daily Swole for 10% off. This is an epic release. We got the Ginger Swole Man. Your holidays are going to be absolutely fire. Cover your nips with the best apparel in the game. Ginger Swole Man, brand new drop. We also have another brand new drop. Swoledolph, the red-nosed gaindeer. Might be one of the best designs ever in history. Look at those sick fucking gains. Absolutely yoked. Santa has diabetes, of course. We also have Depth Vader, which is an instant bestseller. An amazing shirt. Your lack of depth is disturbing. So may the force be with your sick fucking gains. Grab that brand new seasonal release for the holidays. Fuck your peppermint mocha, of course. We have actually a story today about all the caloric intake and just the excessive sugar and garbage that's in a lot of these seasonal drinks. So we'll get into that when we go balls deep today. Also, Frosty the Swole Man, go to the fucking gym. We have I'm on Papa Swolio's naughty list, an epic new drop. And if you're on my naughty list, you do want to be on the naughty list. If you sign up for the naughty list over there on papasolio.com, that's the newsletter. If you buy some merch and you submit your email, you'll be automatically added to the naughty list. You don't want to be on the naughty list, but you kind of do. We're going to be doing some cool giveaways and stuff. You want to be on the naughty list, but you don't. Psychologically, you don't. If you don't go to the fucking gym, you don't take care of your health, you're on my naughty list. We also have You're a Swole One, Mr. Grinch. Santa Swolio is coming to town. Swole Alone. And Happy Thanks Gaining. So that rounds it out. So many new designs. Jesus Christ. That was like 10 shirts, 10 designs. So we have a lot of cool stuff over there. Let's get into the first Swole Fam post now. We got a lot to get into. We got a couple calls. We have some awesome balls deep content too. First one is from Brian. Got my swole card in the mail today. Beaches, FYR. Hashtag FYR. Don't be a tainty magooch and go to the gym. Nice. Nice. You just got it? Man, the mail is slow now. Holy shit. It's legitimately snail mail. There's a lot of... God, we sent those out a while ago too. All right, we have one from our very own Smiling Christian. Birthday workout and steak. That's how you celebrate turning 47. Love ya, Swole Fam. Let's fucking go. Excellent. I always say I send you via Swole text when it's your birthday. I'm like, on behalf of the entire Swole Fam, we wish you an amazing workout and, of course, a delicious steak. How else are you going to celebrate your birthday? But then with a fucking sick workout, an amazing steak. Ring in the new year for yourself with some sick fucking gains. We got a post here from the Telegram chat from Matt, and Matt writes, so I found out today that someone I kind of knew back in the day died of a heart attack. A guy my age, roughly my height, but he was 500 pounds if he weighed an ounce. I went to classes at my church with him, and even as a kid, he was big. It's just mind-blowing. I'm not sad or anything. I hardly knew the guy, but dead in your mid-30s from a heart attack is crazy.
That's fucking bullshit.
It is crazy. It is crazy. And it's important to recognize that. I mean, if his death is going to represent anything, it's going to represent you taking better care of your health. And just to think about it, right? When you have, there's just two completely different paths. There's someone that doesn't take care of their health. And he might have been big when he was a kid. Okay, but it doesn't mean that he had to be, you know, maybe he had a family history of heart disease, but being 500 pounds doesn't help. Obviously, he wasn't taking care of his health. And it's very humbling, but let those situations be just more and more evidence that you need to take care of yourself, that you never know, but you're going to put yourself in a much better position. Even if you have a family history of heart disease and things like that, don't get it twisted. Taking care of your health is definitely going to give you more time on this earth. So the whole YOLO thing, you only live once, so don't destroy your health. You only live once, so take care of yourself so you can be around longer, and you don't want someone to wipe your ass when you're fucking 40 or be in the grave at 30. That's ridiculous. We got a post here from Nancy, a double Nancy here. Sigh, not my best workout today, fam. I experimented with rice in my diet this weekend and no bueno. I had no energy. It messed with my arthritis in my hands, so I felt like I had zero grip strength today. Back to red meat and fruit. Agreed. That's what I do. I don't really have white rice or sweet potatoes. We talked about that the other day, but I recommend people, if you want to have carbohydrates, just eat some more fruit. Nancy, again, good news is that I have a super important meeting tonight for work, and I'm wearing pants that I bought, and I don't think I ever wore, just maybe once because they were too small. Those victories that fucking matter. No question about it. Always nice to put on some clothes and be like, oh my God, this never fit me before, and now it does. Oh my Lord, Stephanie. Stephanie's got some new merch. Look at that. My pup showing off our new merch. It's like Christmas. Hashtag go to the fucking gym. It's better than Christmas. Look at that. Look at those designs. Happy Thanks Gaining. You got Your Swole One, Mr. Grinch, and Fuck Your Peppermint Mocha. That looks awesome. Look at that print. That's legit. I just got my designs in. I got my hoodies in. I got my Fuck Your Peppermint Mocha tank. I got the Swole One, Mr. Grinch. I got a bunch of those designs and they look amazing. Came out awesome. Good for you, Stephanie. May they cover your nips with pride. Excellent. Love to see it. All right. If you're ready to join all those amazing people, including myself inside the Swole fam, check us out. swolenormousx.com. Now it's time to get into some knowledge cock. Let's fucking go. Let's get a little tainty man. Tantimian. Tantimonicus. He's completely the fuck out. He's gone. All right. Hashtag Tainty Magooch for a chance to win today's Swole card. And yeah, let's get into some questions. Let's take the first one from Danny. Danny's on the line. They do cover the nips quite well. I'm glad to hear it, Stephanie. Look, you know, we should call them nip covers, right? Papa Soida, get your nip covers today. All right.
Hey, Papa,
Danny.
so I'm wondering what your thoughts are on peanut butter and jellies. I know they're not your first choice for food, but I'm trying to bulk up, and I'm a FedEx driver, so I'm out all day on the road, running around, and I find it hard to get the calories in that I need. And every day I make myself 4 peanut butter and jellies, and then for lunch I have a half a pound of ground beef with rice, which I do get to heat up once a day. But the rest of the day, I just kind of eat my peanut butter and jelly pretty much every 2 hours. I find it good for the protein, for the carbs, for the calories to actually help me gain some weight, some muscle. It's organic peanut butter, just contains peanuts, nothing else, and then sugar-free jelly, and then Dave's white bread, which is actually, believe it or not, pretty healthy for you.
Nope.
I have noticed some weight gain and some muscle gain, so I'm wondering what your thoughts are on peanut butter and jellies to bulk up when I'm in a situation that I am.
You're not in a situation. You need to prepare food better. I say that's a hard fucking no. That bread's not healthy for you. Peanut butter's not good for you. Sugar-free jelly. I'm not trying to like shit on your fucking day, but no, that stuff's not benefiting you at all. If you need you don't need calories. You need nutrition. Stop thinking about food in terms of calories. Quality matters. It's much more important than quantity. You want to lose fat? You want to build muscle? I don't care if you're 400 pounds. I don't care if you're 100 pounds. You want to bulk up and build lean mass, or you're overweight and you want to lose fat. You need to focus on quality. You need to focus on quality proteins and quality fats. Peanut butter is not a quality source of nutrition. It's not a quality source of protein. It's very inflammatory. A lot of times you have hydrogenated oils, you have mold, you have high linoleic acid. You're much better off eating make some meatballs, make some beef jerky. There's other ways that you can get in much better nutrition and sucking down any of those grains, and you're getting in a lot of extra sugars and things like that, especially in the bread. That's going to impact your blood sugar. So I don't know what the hell's in sugar-free jelly. It sounds gross to me. Definitely recommend you getting some real food in. I mean, if you're eating grass-fed beef, like you said, for other meals, like why aren't you extrapolating that? You could do some intermittent fasting. You don't have to eat nonstop. It just sounds like you need to do better with your food prep. Okay. So don't let this be a negative for you, but this is a positive. You're going to feel much better if you're making better food choices and just preparing things a little bit differently. There's a lot of other options. You can drop some thoughts in the Telegram chat and stuff if you have any follow-up questions, but you can do better than that. You can do better than that for sure. Okay. Let's see. Let's get into a question. Let's get into one from Instagram or live questions. Drop in the comments below. #AskPapaSwolio. Let's see. Heather McSwade. Papa Swolio, have you done merch yet that features Tess Hornaday? She's so cute. I'd love to get that on a tank. Yes, we've had that on a tank for a couple years now. Check the site. It's all there. There's so many different apparels. There's so many different designs. We've had Tessie on a shirt for a long time. There's Papa Swolio. There's a lot of different apparel. Go check it out. Danielle, is it okay to work out every day? I do, and I've been informed that it could be harmful. Who's informing you that working out every day is harmful? That's nonsensical. You're supposed to be moving every day. It doesn't have to be high intensity training every day, but yeah, that's nonsense. Usually you're going to be informed by people that are fat and fucking lazy. You shouldn't work out every day, as they stuff another kielbasa down their fucking throat and follow with a Diet Coke. That sounds ridiculous. Who's informing you? They don't sound very informed themselves. Let's see. All right, let's see. DIY DP14. How do I get bigger arms? By lifting heavy fucking weights and getting in plenty of protein and quality fats. How do I get bigger arms? By lifting fucking weights. I'll give you a Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
How do I get bigger arms? How do I get the bigger arms? John, the food industry is attempting to use manipulation to meet you at some fictitious half point claiming sugar-free, organic. Bullshit. Be absolute. Eat real food, period. Agreed. Real fucking food. You want my thoughts? I want to know who told you and why you think that someone saying that would be informing. If you're informing someone, you're giving them information. That's not information. That just sounds like nonsense. Probably coming from someone who's fat and lazy. Never take exercise and nutrition advice from someone who's like morbidly obese, by the way. Just saying. Trenton Blackwood, very good question. Will you be my dad? Abso-fucking-lutely. Now I have a son, fam. The Swole fam has grown. I'm very proud. Your first job as my child is to represent me at the fucking gym. Go to the gym. Absolutely will be your dad. Is your mom hot? Just let me know. DM me. Slide in there. All right, Rihanna. Since I'm traveling for a week next month, trying to pack only a carry-on. I know we talked about Swollen 7 and yoga. I'm thinking just the Swole Mastery / body weight, but do I need a yoga mat or no? I mean, you can, if you want one. I don't know what the flooring is like wherever you're going, but nothing bad with a yoga mat. The good thing about a carry-on is you can always fit bands in there too. You can fit like a couple rubber bands, you know, those elastic loop bands, the big ones. That's always possible. So you can actually bring bands and like a door anchor. Like there's a lot of ways to get like portable training. So I would recommend doing Swollen 7. You could do Swollen 7 without weights and yoga without weights. A mat's always great just because if you want to do yoga and stretching, you have like guidelines and you have a non-slip surface. So yeah, there's a lot of things in X that are body weight only. So there's a lot of Swollen 7s that are body weight, like the core for the most part, I think is all body weight. And the Swollen 7 mobility too. You know what's also good, by the way? What's also good is a sandbag. So you could bring a sandbag. Obviously, you could bring it, but there's nothing in it. And then you can fill it. You can go to like a hardware store or the beach. I don't know. It depends on where you're going to vacation or you're traveling or dirt, I guess. But you can bring a sandbag, let's say a 50-pound sandbag or something, and have it folded up in your carry-on. And then when you get there, you can actually fill it with stuff and then use it. Or go buy some rice and fill it with rice. So it's kind of cool. You can actually bring exercise equipment and then fill it up, you know, go to a supermarket and spend 10, 15 bucks on rice, fill up your sandbag and have an actual full sandbag. And then you could do Swollen 7 sandbag. And it doesn't take up any space. Like you can actually, you know, you can roll up a sandbag. Just saying. Some other ideas. Let's see. Jordan Russell, 1234. Hey, Papa, is it more harmful than helpful to go to the fucking gym every day and skip active recovery? Of course. I never say skip active recovery. I say go to the fucking gym. Go to the fucking gym doesn't necessarily mean you have to be in a building with fluorescent lights. I prefer training outside and training at home in my home gym. Doesn't mean I don't go to the fucking gym. Papa, so we never see you in a gym. Yeah, because I don't want to spend $30, $40, $50+ a month for stuff that I already have and be inside when I can train barefoot with no shirt on outside in the sun. So going to the gym is wherever you train. Could be in your basement, could be in your living room. So you definitely don't want to skip active recovery, but I still call that going to the fucking gym. You're training. It's just like, it's slang. Go to the fucking gym. In other words, put in your training for the day. It might be active recovery. The MMA burrito. Papa Swole, ever tried any martial arts? I did some Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but that was like 10 years ago. All right, let's see here. And you could also make arguments about martial arts, that Persian meals and joris and steel maces and clubs. There's a lot of martial arts aspects to it. But I mean, of course, if you're talking about like jiu-jitsu or judo or something like that, it's different. But it's great. It's great to do those things like clubs and mace. It's just, it feels very, it just feels human when you're doing it. It's so nice. It's so nice to swing those things, especially outside when you're on the grass, barefoot. It's a great connection with nature too. It feels like a great connection with humanity. That's why I really like doing the clubs and maces. Oh, that was nice. Come on.
I give it
fucking go.
a 10. A 10.
Better than you thought. Oh man, that was better than I expected. N. Kreischer. 4. What, if anything, can be used as a substitute for veggie / seed oils when cooking? Ghee, beef tallow, which is my preference, or grass-fed butter. So ditch those vegetable and seed oils. Get rid of all the canola and safflower and get rid of all that shit. Ryan Anderson. Mr. Anderson. How to get in shape if you want to do it in a short period of time. You're not going to do it in a short period of time. So throw that fucking thought out of your head. It's going to be hard. It's going to take a lot of discipline and habits and lifestyle changes. So it's not going to happen in a short period of time. So stop trying to think you're going to get amazing results with minimum effort and easily. Eric Gaba. If I went to the fucking gym and you catch me scrolling, I see you scrolling. You're resting. You need to make some sick fucking gains right now. Should I go to the fucking gym again? You should go to the fucking gym anytime you think like, hey, should I go to the fucking gym? The answer is yes. Chances are yes, you should. If you already went earlier, it's like, okay, you don't have to go twice. You can go and do some stretching and some mobility work, but yes. It was like, I wonder if I should go to the fucking gym. Yes. If you just answer with yes, when you think about this to yourself, just picture me like, yes, you fucking idiot. Of course you should. Catch you scrolling. Maybe it's through like a Spotify playlist. It's like, all right, make some gains. Derek, what's up, Papo? Are you not live on Facebook? No, not live on Facebook anymore. Maybe in the future. Actually, the Facebook page is actually not in my control. I lost access to that. So there are some illegal activities going on the Facebook page. So some other things happened, and then that page all of a sudden got like hijacked. So just ignore. I guess they're posting like boxing videos or some stupid shit. So gonna shove my legal fist up their assholes. So hopefully sooner rather than later. But Facebook, this has nothing to do with this current situation. But Facebook was giving me problems streaming there for a while before. So I don't really care if we stream on Facebook ever again, personally. But like if it's going to be a pain in the ass, because it wasn't allowing me to stream for a while, so I gave up. But maybe I will in the future. It's better to watch on YouTube. Why would you want to watch on Facebook? Fuck that app. All right, Heather Papasolio, since it has started snowing here, I just wanted to ask about walking outside in the cold. I assume it would be harder on the body, thus a better workout. I've always thought about that. Opinions. Walking outside in the cold, I don't know. Like walking's fine. Like there's nothing magical about walking outside in the cold versus, yeah, I mean, a challenge is a challenge. I mean, if you want to go walking and it's cold outside, then guess what you're doing? You're walking in the cold. So yeah, walking's great. Walking is great. Heather, according to Steak and Butter Gal, Kerrygold has changed the ingredients. Maybe. I haven't used Kerrygold in a bit. We get raw butter now. Who? I don't know who you're talking about. Who's Steak and Butter Gal? What's that? Is that a person? Maybe it's more grain fed now. I haven't used, our fridge, there's a lot of I don't know if there's Kerrygold in there actually. Because when we got a new fridge, we might have thrown it out or had to get rid of it because I don't know. I get my butter elsewhere now. What's the difference with it now? Oh, if they start adding other stuff, then just use a different butter. There's other grass-fed butters and stuff. Just do some research on it. My Roche Papasolio, as your average low-income college student, what are some of the best ways to prepare higher quality meat to make it stretch as well as not letting it break my bank? Go for ground beef. If you have to get grain-fed beef, then get as lean as you can. But if you can't get grass-fed ground beef, it's going to be less expensive. Ground beef. So when I say eat steak, it's like, well, you want to get beef, but it's cheaper to get ground beef. So let's say a pound of ribeye might be like $25, for example, whereas a pound of grass-fed beef you might be able to get for $7 or $8 or something like that. Depends. Depends on where you shop and stuff like that. Let's see. Rihanna, for traveling, since I'm flying and taking my own water bottle, I'm looking at bringing my own munchies. Would fruit be better or a good quality jerky? You could bring a ton of food on the plane. Like if you have a backpack, that's your carry-on. You can also carry one of those like canvas bags. You could bring a ton of fucking food on a plane. I would bring pounds of grass-fed beef. Like you could bring a lot of food to cook. You just can't bring liquid. You could bring a ton of fucking food. I used to bring bags of groceries. like a big canvas bag, one of those like reusable shopping bags. I used to bring tons of shit. Like you're totally allowed to. So you could do jerky. You can make jerky. Fruit would be good, but you don't want to just sit, be chomping on fruit. You want to get protein and fat. So you could bring avocados. You can bring, let's see, you can cook grass-fed beef like patties and bring a ton of them on the plane. You could hard boil eggs and bring them on the plane. Like if you're not cooking there, you could cook a lot of food. I used to hard boil eggs and bring them. I used to bring like, because I would go for a weekend. I would hard boil like 4 dozen eggs and just put them in the containers and bring them hard boiled. Just so you know, if you're traveling, if you're flying, that doesn't mean that you can't bring food. You can bring a ton of fucking food. Lacey says, I bring my soft size cooler on the plane. Nice. Nice. Yeah, like for example, if you have a store that has grass-fed beef, like sometimes they'll go on sale for a couple dollars off. And if they do, buy the fuck out of it and then put it in the freezer. Papa Soli, how many times a day should I use jojoba oil? I really like how it feels on my skin and hair when you need moisture. Like you can put on after you shower or put on your beard. You don't need to be like putting it on constantly all day, but it's great. It's excellent for your skin. You could use it on your face, beard. You could use it in your hair. You can use it on your body. So for example, if I go in the cold plunge in the morning, that has some hydrogen peroxide in it, so it might be drying out. So I usually put some on my face or the beard. But I'll do it after I do it before I go to sleep, and sometimes, in the morning, or if I need to. If I feel a little bit dry, I'll just put some on. You don't have to like constantly. You don't have to be like moist all day. But if you're feeling dry, like use that as your moisturizer. Yeah, isn't it great? It's awesome. It's awesome. Alex.ko, Papa Swolia. We'll take a couple more questions. Maybe we'll do one more call, maybe 1 or 2 more questions live. If you have it, drop in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolia. Hey, Papa, is it okay if I sleep after 6 in the morning because my job demands me to do so? Vague. If you sleep after 6 in the morning, so you work nights, I don't know what that means. Is it okay? It's okay to sleep. You have my permission to sleep. I mean, it's crazy because we have certain jobs that require people to work nights. Like there are certain jobs out there, like we need people that are able to work nights because some jobs require working at night. It's just not good for you. So I recommend getting out of it if you can. But a lot of times you'll get like extra pay if you're working security or whatever it is. You'll get time and a half, or you'll get better rates. But at the same time, is that worth your long-term health? Maybe in the short term, if you need to, for whatever reason. I get it. The hustle's real. You have to do what you got to do. But any of you that has worked nights, and I'm telling you, if you can get off nights, your life will change. A lot of times you'll be struggling with body fat. You'll feel sluggish and quote unquote motivation, which is bullshit anyway. You're not supposed to be awake at night. You're supposed to be sleeping at night. So you're going to feel so much better. Your life will change when you shift back to a morning shift or a day shift. Anyway, just some thoughts. But anyone else here that has worked nights and doesn't work nights anymore, you can drop your experience. Oh my goodness, Heather, I'm so freaking lucky. My son's father is a farmer and provides me with unlimited free grass-fed organic beef. But yeah, find a farmer and buy a whole cow. If you have a large freezer, it can be cheaper. Woof. Ooh, free beef? Fuck. Free beef. Oh man. Free beef. So that's what I do. We have a full, we got the biggest standing freezer that Home Depot sells. And we got the shelves, not the glass ones. I wanted wire because I'm loading the fuck up out of these things. I would break the shit out of glass. And, or plastic or whatever the fuck they are. So it's packed to the brim. Packed to the brim. That's my favorite thing. I don't need fancy watches or fancy clothes. I don't need a fancy fucking car. I don't care about any of that shit. I just want my weights. I want the training equipment that I have. I want my freedom with my time. I want a freezer full of beef. I'm good. I'm good. Heidi, is it still considered grass-fed and finished if my cows eat fallen apples from the trees. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's still, they're eating plants. They're eating stuff that they would naturally eat. They would be out there. If there's an apple that falls, they'd eat that. I mean, you'd eat it too, right? You're not going to be eating corn and soy. You're also not eating grass too, but like, yeah, totally fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. I wouldn't call myself a minimalist, really. I think a minimalist is like, you're really like, I mean, I'm not super neurotically clean. Like I kind of have stuff. I'm not really good with organizing. I'll put things back where they belong, but I'm not like obsessive with like wire control around my area. Like some people need to have this fucking Zen place. Like I come in here to do the work, whatever. But I wouldn't call myself a minimalist. I'm a maximalist with the things that I enjoy. So if there's things that I enjoy and things that I need, it's not a lot of different things, but I don't limit myself and restrict myself. So I'm a maximalist with the things that are important to me, and everything else is like whatever. Yeah. Okay, let's do one more call, and then we'll get into some balls deep stuff. We got one from Glamorous Hype. I wonder what this is going to be.
I'm skinny as fuck, and I started going to the gym a week ago. And I'm 17 years old. I'm about 48, 49 kilograms. I just want to know how many calories would I need to like actually start growing or gaining some weight while maintaining my shape, you know?
Not that simple. Calories, not all calories are created equal. It's not about calories, it's about nutrient density. So make sure you're getting in quality foods like grass-fed beef and pastured eggs and stuff like that. Maybe raw dairy if you don't have issues with it. And, you know, I go with meat and fruit. And eat more of that. And if you need to gain more, then eat more quantity of that. So it's not about the calories, it's about the nutrient density and then upping the volume from there, because your body doesn't process everything the same. I've been saying this for years. It's not about the calories, it's about the quality of the food, and then eat more of that food. So you're going to have to play that game because it's not a direct relation. You know, calories are how much energy it would take to raise 1 gram of water 1 degree centigrade. That's not how proteins and fats and things like that work inside the body. So it's not a direct correlation. It's pretty much been bastardized. People just like, hey, this number's more, so I'm going to eat that. This is why people have problems. I mean, I think calorie deficits are fucking awful. I think it's a scam. How are you going to train really hard and be in a deficit? It's exhausting, and people always fall off their diet because they're starving, because you're not eating enough nutrient-dense food. If you're eating quality nutrient-dense food, you can stuff your fucking face, eat to satisfaction, train hard, and your body will handle the rest. You're not going to be able to overeat. You're going to eat to being full, but you're not going to have all the inflammation. You're going to be getting your nutrient-dense food, and your body's going to let you know when you're full, but you're full of nutrients too. So you're not going to have the cravings. You're not going to have the extra inflammation. You're not going to have all these other issues. All right. Yeah. Circadian rhythm is important, and that's why getting up early in the morning and getting early morning sun first thing is my top priority too. All right, fam, we are going balls deep. Good questions. Remember, you can submit. That's deep. You can submit your questions over there at askpapaswolio.com. So you can go to askpapaswolio.com and submit a question. We'll take more tomorrow. All right, balls deep. Balls deep. We got a couple things here. We got this article. Now, you know that we dropped a new shirt, Fuck Your Peppermint Mocha. Let me just bring that up on the screen. Over there at papaswolio.com, it's Peppermint Mocha season. And, of course, Starfucks can blow both my dicks. So fuck your Peppermint Mocha. And I always say on the videos, you do not need 500 or 1,000 calories to start your day. You don't need that. You're just killing yourself. So check this out. Christmas coffees, I'll give you a gut like Santa's. Festive drinks at Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks contain up to 1,200 fucking calories and 14 times more sugar than a donut. And guess what? You shouldn't be eating donuts either. So let's see this. We got this image. The most fattening festive coffee drinks. Dunkin' Peppermint Mocha Swirl frozen coffee with cream. That makes me nauseous thinking about it. 1,170 calories, 40 grams. It's not the fat that bothers me. It's the fact that it's like, canola oil and high fructose corn syrup and shit like that. So it's not the fat. It's usually just like a low quality fat, or it's pasteurized milk. That's like skim milk. It's gross. Krispy Kreme frozen pumpkin spice latte, 20 ounces, 680 calories, 101 grams of sugar. This is the stuff that's killing you. The processed sugar is the stuff that's absolutely fucking killing you, plus the vegetable oils and stuff. Pete's Peppermint Mocha Large, 620 calories, 75 grams of sugar. People, do you understand how much sugar that is? Take a spoonful, like weigh it. Weigh how much sugar. If you just take white sugar and you weigh it out, 75 grams is like, it's like a quarter or half a cup. That's disgusting. It's disgusting. Starbucks Peppermint White Chocolate Mocha Frappuccino, 550 calories, 88 grams of sugar. Pret a Manger. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Caramel Apple Crisp, 510 calories, 79 grams of sugar. McDonald's Peppermint Mocha Latte, 430 calories, 58 grams of sugar. And these are for larges. I'm sure they have extra larges or supersized. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Disgusting. People are gross. If you're drinking that, you have an eating disorder. Period. End of story. You do. You just don't want to admit it to yourself. You have an eating disorder. Okay, we got a couple gender things before we get into some balls deep content. We have some more and more of these stories are coming out about people that are detransitioning from, we talk about trans and stuff and like mental health, because mental health is directly related to your physical health and your lifestyle habits and how you're raised and genetics. And there's a lot of issues with when you're in the womb, your parents' nutrition and their lifestyle habits and exposure to atrazine and glyphosate and soy and corn and all these horrific products for humans. But the crazy thing is when you're seeing a detransition, in other words, like, hey, I'm going to be a different sex and now I'm not going to be a different sex. The crazy thing is that this is what happens with fat acceptance too. When you build an audience, like promoting obesity, like obesity is some sort of like brave thing to be like putting out there. It's not, it's gross, it's unnecessary, and you're destroying your health and you're grifting and lying to your followers who are also weak-minded individuals that are susceptible to someone straight up lying to them. Hey, you can be healthy and beautiful just because you think you are, and pretend like you don't weigh 2 extra humans. You pretend like you don't weigh 1.5 Lizzos. So the crazy thing is when you detransition, now they're getting ostracized. So if you're a fat acceptance or a body positive or, fat promoter, all of a sudden you want to get healthy. You're like, okay, I need to actually change my life. And you start losing weight. We saw this with, what's her name? What's that? What's the singer that lost weight and then everyone just started shitting on her because she lost weight? I mean, you can take your pick. But once you build an audience of people that you're like, they see you as someone who's popular or whatever because you're fat, and then you lose the fat. Yeah, Adele. You lose the fat, you lose all the extra body weight, and then they like ostracize you and they try to kick you out of they cancel you, quote unquote. In other words, they give you shit because they feel offended that you actually want to improve your life. So young people who detransition describe death threats, doxing, intimidation, and being accused of genocide. How are you, if you're detransitioning, if you realize that you were abused, if you realize that you were the subject of medical malpractice, and you decide like, hey, I do not want to play this fucking weird delusional game anymore, you're accused of genocide because you don't want to follow through with it, as if it's anyone else's life but you. So these children are being brainwashed into thinking that they're doing something valuable with their lives. They're fed garbage food, they're fed lies, they're fed deception, they're affirmed in their psychological, when they're going to psychologists and for their mental health, and counselors are being promoted, and teachers are grooming your children, they're reading books, they're educating them on sex and gender and essentially, closet, it's not really closet anymore, pedophilia, these drag shows. It's just this idea that you can be virtuous and be valuable or be, important or get love and attention just by, changing your hashtags and pretending. It's really fucking up children rather than teaching them how to improve themselves and how to handle themselves in an ever-changing world. students and in all ages, elementary school, middle school, high school, college, are just being brainwashed with this kind of like gender ideology. So then when they change, they realize that they're miserable and they want to, for whatever, like if it's even possible in some of their situations, try to go back to the way they were born, whereas they should have been allowed to adapt and grow and go through puberty and become an adult and then make their own decisions, because they can't make decisions when they're too young. They get doxxed, they get intimidated, they get death threats. That's some sick fucking shit. So where's the love and compassion is my point. Where's the love and compassion? Okay. This leads me to this other shit. Okay. The same kind of shit. The USA, I talked about this on Red, White, and Swole yesterday. You can check out the episode on the Red, White, and Swole podcast. The USA men's national team, soccer, as if anyone fucking cares. They redesigned their logo, the USA logo, with rainbow colors to show solidarity with the LGBTQ plus whatever community. Who gives a shit? Try winning some fucking games. Stop with the virtue signaling. They're going to do all this and get knocked down the first fucking round. If you were good, maybe, like, who cares? Win the soccer game. This is why people don't want to watch these fucking bullshit sports. No one wants to watch sports when there's Black Lives Matter banners everywhere. You're promoting Marxist organizations, literally scams. No one wants to feed into this bullshit. Oh, you got a rainbow on your sleeve. Oh, yay, soccer. No one fucking cares. Good, win a game. Like, this makes me want them to just fucking lose. It has nothing to do with, I don't hate gay people. Most gay people or lesbians are living their fucking lives. This is just like, these are, the people that promote this shit aren't even gay most of the time. They're not trans. They're just trying to virtue signal and get control. If they can get you to change your logo, if they can get you to say things that they want you to say, it's just control and power. So you go back to the community, the same fucking community. It's the same fucking community. It's the same community that is doxing, intimidating, and sending death threats. It's the same fucking people. Maybe not exactly the same people, but it's the same mindset. Where's the love and compassion? So compassionate. You don't want to be with us? Death threats. You're accusing you of genocide. Genocide? You're the ones that cut off my dick. You're the ones that cut off my tits when I was 14. Yeah, you don't want to look in the fucking mirror. So these groups that are all about love and compassion are anything but. So more Matt Damon nonsense.
Matt Damon.
I hope the soccer team fucking loses every game. I hope they lose every fucking game. I hate saying that, but it has nothing to do with me not enjoying and loving this country, but not when you're bending over and kowtowing to this bullshit narrative. Fuck you. It has nothing to do with being gay. Just play soccer. I mean, it is like one of the gayest fucking sports. I do like soccer. I like competition. And I have nothing against whoever and whomever you want to fucking suck. Why does everything have to be a rainbow? Why do you have to shove gender and all this bullshit down everyone's fucking throats? Just play the game. Play soccer. Play soccer. Play soccer. Solidarity. Just fucking play soccer. Yeah, I know that's what they want to do because they're going to Qatar and they don't subscribe to the gender shit that we're dealing with here. It's like, okay, great. You're going to fight for gay people in the Middle East. Wow, it's going to go great. It's going to go really well. It's going to go really well. How's the nation building going in Afghanistan? How'd that work out? How'd that work out?
Matt Damon.
I mean, it definitely didn't work out. It definitely didn't work out. But anyway. Anyway, it's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, if you were the best team in the world, you can kind of say shit, right? You can like, yeah, you can do that. If you're winning, if you're the men's national soccer team and you're just fucking crushing, right? You're just 7-0, 3-0. You're just shutting people down. You're just amazing at soccer. It's like, all right, then fucking say it. Whatever you want to do, right? You can kind of get away with it if you're really good. But because you kind of like squeeze in, like, oh, I'm going to the World Cup, rainbow, you're going to fucking lose. You're not that good on the world stage. Like, was it like 10 years ago when they made it to like the quarterfinals? It was like, oh my God, we've never made it to the quarterfinals. Like, stop virtue signaling. Practice more. Practice more. Practice more. Yeah, we want to show our solidarity. Practice more. You better not miss a single fucking header. You better not fuck up once. Yo, your solidarity. Cool story, Hansel. Win a fucking game. That's what you're doing. Go there and win games. Go there, win games, and then, wow, we're doing so much better in soccer than everyone else. And look, we have a lot of freedom here in this country. Cool. Like, why do you have rainbow designed logo? Why don't you have something that represents veterans? Why don't you have something that represents, I don't know, like we're all Americans. How about that? How about you go with the red, white, and blue because that's what we're supposed to be all under. Oh yeah, put the rainbow there. Don't isolate the other 95% of the population that doesn't give a fuck about this stuff. Jesus Christ, just be awesome and be like, hey, don't you want to come to America where you're free to do whatever the fuck you want? We're so good at everything, including soccer. It's just nonsense. It's nonsense. Well, they better get their reps in virtue signaling for all that stuff before they get knocked out and become irrelevant again. So, yeah, how about you go to the World Cup and actually represent the United States? Ho, 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 I never thought of that. Ho, 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 ho. Oh my God.
Matt Damon.
Never thought about actually going and representing the United States. Fucking rainbow. Suck a dick. Well, pun intended. Get it? Get it? Ho. Yes, you do suck a dick.
Because.
All right. I don't care what you suck. I don't care what you fuck. Just this kind of stuff pisses me off. It's like, and it's awful. It's because I have nothing against gay people or lesbians or whatever you want to do. It's like, it's cool, but we're all Americans. That's the point. In other words, stop focusing on all this shit. Stop making it like this is on a pedestal or this is on a pedestal. Like, just stop talking about it. Stop making it the fun focus of everything. Let people do what they want. And that's that. Like, who doesn't have rights? Gay people have rights. We have to fight. Yeah, we're going to promote this over here. It's a different culture. Let them do whatever the fuck they want. They're not going to do it. They're not going to like, oh, we're going to allow gay people to, parade in the streets now in like Saudi Arabia. It's not going to fucking happen. You're not moving anything forward. It's completely different culture. It's like the exact opposite over there. It's not going to change. It's not going to change. It's just insane. It's like, why do you have to make it the focus? Why does that have to be the focus? Why can't you just go play soccer? Go kick a ball in a net. You're not changing the world. You're probably going to get knocked out in the first or second round. So it doesn't even fucking matter. Anyone else? Like, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Like, I know a lot of gay people. Like Mama Swolio, she's in the industry of makeup and hair. It's like, they don't run around and be like, I'm gay, I like dick. No, they just live their lives and they're nice people like everyone else. Like, if you're a good person, you're a good person. I don't care who you want to fuck. If you're trying to fuck me in the ass, then we got a problem. Then it encroaches. Aside from that, it's like, whatever, do what you want to do. If you're a nice person, it's like, fine. They're not like, it's like anyone that you've ever met just goes and lives their life. Like, if you don't have a job or you have nothing else or you weren't hugged enough as a child, then you're like in the streets parading with signs and everything. It's like, it's cringe. It's super fucking cringe. Okie dokie. All right, enough. I don't care what you like to. I don't care. I don't care. Again, if you're gonna, okay, I'm not done with this yet. If you're gonna say that shit, you better be really good. You better be really good. You better be really good. I hope they fucking lose. I hope they lose first round. They're just gonna get just fucking swept with their rainbow shirts on. Nice. Don't forget to kneel. Don't forget to kneel for the anthem too. Don't forget to kneel.
Matt Damon.
Don't forget to kneel. Yeah. All right. Holy shit, we're doing this one last. I love seeing a title of a video and like, woo, that's last. That's definitely last. What do we want to do here first? Let's do this one. This is called Clown Doctor. It's a Stitch. Clown Doctor. What do we got?
What's in the box?
Fucking soccer.
I went to the doctor today. Found out
Okay, Jesus Christ. I thought Chris Farley died. Obesity doctor reacts. Obesity doctor? Methinks that's an oxymoron. Heavy on the moron. Let's see what we got here.
I went to the doctor today. Found out something I had no fucking idea about. I'm obese? Who knew?
Everyone.
So I just want to thank this creator for bringing up this.
Holy shit, I didn't know AOC went to medical school. All right. Get it? Get it? God. Yikes. Oh shit, is that a wedding ring? Who the fuck ring that up?
Wait. And by the way, if you haven't, go look at her page. She's hilarious.
Oh.
Are you aware of how heavy you are? This is one of my biggest pet peeves. Obesity is one of the few chronic diseases that we blame the patient for.
I wonder why. You blame the patient? Oh, lifestyle habits. A lot of diseases could be blamed on the patient. You just don't want to have that conversation. A lot of issues should be the person's, it's the individual's fucking fault. It's what you're doing day in and day out. Very few diseases are genetic. Did you know that? Did you know that? Like 85% of cancers are environmental and lifestyle. It's like really only heart disease. Like if you have like genetic heart malfunctions and everyone, like your father, your grandfather, and everyone just has like a misshapen heart or a valve that doesn't close or whatever it is. You have smaller artery, you have a history of heart disease. That can be genetic. Most things are just because of your habits. Okay, 2 more minutes of this shit. We'll see if we can make it through. Holy crap, can you imagine? This is what happened. This is what the problem with education. Like this person actually went, like, what have you learned? How do you function in society? How the fuck are you a doctor? How do you have a job? I hope no one sees these TikToks. I hope no one, like your patients, don't see this. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, I wonder what she's a doctor of. Maybe she's like Dr. Jill Biden. She's just wearing a scrub for some reason. She's like in the break room of like an elementary school. She's wearing like a green shirt to make TikToks. I mean, she's a doctor too, right? Dr. Jill Biden.
Come on, man.
There are all kinds of negative stereotypes associated with this disease.
Fine. Negative stereotypes, like it's terrible for you. It's a terrible thing to be obese. Okay, it's negative. I mean, if you don't do anything about it, yeah, okay. Should it be a positive? Let's just pretend it's a positive. I know I'm stopping this every couple seconds, but I can't handle it. I stop it every couple seconds because I just need to not hear her voice. But then I'm just looking at her face, and that's worse. Then I get angry. And then this episode is going to just stretch longer and longer because I just don't like your face. It would help if I liked your face. I just don't. And what I like even less are the sounds coming out of your face. These are trying times, man.
And those stereotypes directly influence how we are treated by...
Oh, my feelings. Oh, my feelings. Feelings don't help your fasting blood glucose, by the way. Feelings don't help your pancreas function better. Oh, now my insulin sensitivity has improved tremendously because my feelings.
Society. A person does not walk around in a plus-size body without being reminded on the daily that they are, in fact, in a plus-size body.
Because it's called a mirror. It's called a mirror. Fat person in the mirror. It's called a mirror. Okay, they're not reminded constantly. It's called a chair. It's called an airplane seat. It's called clothing. It's called a door frame. Okay, so you're reminded. All right. Why aren't you doing something about it? Let's continue.
From childhood, your little friends making fun of you. Teachers.
Your little friends? Can you say something of value? Are you getting to a point sometime?
Making comments all the way through
Anytime.
adulthood.
Anytime.
Where you have, the cashier making comments about your grocery order.
What cashiers? I call hard cap. What cashier is making comments about your grocery order? Can I tell you something? Let me tell you something, Miss McCuntlestein. So Mama Swolio goes shopping, and she says not a single time goes by that she doesn't get comments on our grocery cart, like on what we get. They're like, how come you're getting so much honey? Or how come you're like, oh, what are you buying all this for? Like, what is this for? Are you making something? She says either from the cashier or from someone in line that's asking why she's buying so many of one type of item. Because we eat certain types of foods. So she'll get avocados. She'll get like a lot of avocados. She'll get like 10 things of raw honey. She'll get like, shocker. She'll get like a lot of sweet potatoes or something for the dogs. She'll get like a bunch of one thing and always gets comments. Always gets comments. Just saying. Oh, fat people. Anyone here that's healthy, that takes care of their health and eats properly, you get so much shit from your family, from your friends. So all this like, oh my God, I'm obese. People mention it to me. No shit. So why don't you do something about it? If you're fit, you get equally, if not more shit. So fuck all the way off. This goes both directions. So stop whining. Get to work.
Or your personal trainer calling you names when they think you're not in hearing range.
What personal trainer is calling you names when you're not in hearing range? Oh, this fucking fat bitch, you fat fuck. It's your client. What fucking personal trainer is talking shit about their clients this is stupid when they think you're not in hearing range. The fuck are you talking about? You're paying their salary. Like what the fuck are you talking about? I've been a personal trainer. No one's talking shit about not to their face. You're calling them fat fuck. Most clients, by the way, don't put any effort in. So you're granted, you can make fun of that shit. Most of them are lazy fucks. That's why they hire personal trainers, because they're not going to exercise on their own and they don't take care of themselves when they're not with you and they blame it on the trainer. So big cap again.
Healthcare providers, family members.
Oh, how dare healthcare providers make a comment about your morbid obesity? Oh, how are we halfway through this fucking video? Unreal.
It's coming from everywhere. And this external bias often becomes internalized bias.
Oh, it goes in.
Right? We start blaming ourselves. We start feeling defeated. There is a lot of hurt
feelings
and trauma that can be bottled up.
Ooh.
So when you walk in the room and say,
bottled trauma. That's a good fucking drink. Can we make that? Bottled trauma. That's what I'm going to do some pre-workouts. I'm going to do vegan tears for electrolytes. I'm going to do pre-workout, shut the fuck up, take 2 scoops. I'm going to get a nice big old recovery. I'm going to get a nice big old recovery. Post-workout shakes called trauma. Take 1 scoop of trauma, bottled trauma, just concentrated trauma. Everyone's got issues. Everyone's got problems. Some people just don't cry in the corner and blame everyone else for the problem. Some people get to fucking work. Cope.
Know how big you are? You're telling me 3 things. 1, you have no empathy or understanding of what it's like to walk around in this society in a larger body.
It's totally fine because most people are. Like 90% of people are overweight or obese. So most people eat like shit. There's fast food on every fucking corner. Everyone's fucking fat. So it's actually normalized. When you walk around healthy and muscular and lean, everyone looks at you and is jealous of you and or staring at you because you're an anomaly. Trust me, I fucking know. I just don't cry about it.
2, you're showing me some of your bias. You're implying that the only reason I could be this size is because...
Why is her voice going up an octave? Doesn't make you sound more intelligent.
I don't know I'm this size. Otherwise, I could have gotten off the couch and changed my diet and changed that.
Great idea.
And 3,
great idea.
You're showing me you're not an ally.
Why the fuck do I need to be an ally? You need to change your lifestyle habits. What does that have to do with me? You don't want to change? And not only that, you're promoting being obese. So why do I have to be an ally? What do I have to, you know what being an ally means? It means protect my feelings. Be nice to me regardless of my actions. No, I'm not going to support victim mentality. Not an ally. I don't care about your fucking feelings. I really don't. I really don't. If you don't care about yourself and you're going to blame everyone else, then I don't care about your feelings. They don't matter to me. And they don't really matter in your life. You're just leaning into them. That's what meditation, I recommend practicing mindfulness. That way you won't depend so much on your feelings. You'll be a lot more objective and you'll let a lot of these negative feelings go. You don't have to care so much about what other people think. So it shouldn't affect you and it shouldn't affect me. No one's required to be an ally. You fucking twat. You're not an ally. Yeah, I'm not subscribing to this mental disorder. Why does anyone have to be an ally? I'm not supporting this shit. It's like investing in like a stock or investing in any kind of investments. Like, I'm not buying that shit. That's tanking. I'm not buying that. I'm not investing in that. No thanks.
Had you asked permission, or if it is even relevant to the reason for my visit today, I may have trusted you enough to tell you some of my story. People often have a story. Had you asked, you might have discovered.
People have stories. Yeah, and most people's stories are completely bullshit. The story you tell about your issues usually isn't objectively have any connection with reality. Another big win for mindfulness meditation. The story you tell yourself about your past oftentimes is completely disconnected from reality. What the fuck? How is it still going?
This person already lost 50 pounds.
You know what? Instead of making TikToks, you could spend more time with each patient. Most doctors are like in and out, right? That you barely spend any time with your patients. Like, why are you, how do you have time to do like a 3-minute TikTok on this shit?
Discovered this patient quit smoking after a 15-year addiction. Maybe she gained a little weight, but it's stabilized now. Or this patient's been seeing a therapist to help beat their eating disorder.
Okay.
You don't know unless you ask.
What is happening here? What is going on? What was that all about? What was that all about? Still waiting for a point to be made. Still waiting. Still waiting. This is me waiting. This is me waiting. Come on, stop whining. Come on, stop whining. Did I do that one? Come on, stop whining. Come on, stop whining goes away. Okay, good. All right, yeah, stop whining twice. All right, this one is, excuse me, do you have trauma? Do you have trauma? Yes, I do have trauma. Ah, then everything you say is justified. Okay, cool. That was fun. Let's go, little Tainty Man, because that was retarded. Stupid is stupid does, Jenny.
My name's Forrest Gump.
It just goes to show that because you're a doctor doesn't mean you know what you're talking about. Aha. That goes for most of them. If you're going to a doctor for your health, you're already fucked. Lost bodily autonomy. This is called lost bodily autonomy. You mean everyone that was forced to take an experimental drug in the past couple years? Oh, you mean those people?
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Threats of being kicked out of your country or not allowed in, or not being able to see your loved ones pass away in the hospital, or losing your job, or all these things. Lost bodily autonomy. Let's see what this, maybe you're talking about that. That's what.
Is it time to talk about yet how I lost my bodily autonomy to decide what my body looked like when my doctors decided I needed to lose weight if I was going to get treatment for anything?
Oh my God. What in the fucking IQ is this?
Matt Damon.
All right. So that's not what we thought. From the title, that's not what we thought. Bodily autonomy. I do not think you understand what bodily autonomy means.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Methinks you don't know what you're saying. Methinks you don't know the definition of the words or proper. What in the antidepressants? Like, you are really.
No medication except my fucking antidepressants.
Like a tranquilizer for shooting this video. Here we go.
And then they started giving me drugs to make me lose weight. And now, even though I really don't want to lose more weight and I'm becoming extremely uncomfortable in my body.
Why? You're becoming extremely uncomfortable in your body because you don't want to lose more weight? Why is that? You have like an extra human to lose. How you become? All right.
And extremely uncomfortable in general. I don't have the autonomy to say, I would like treatment now, and I don't want to lose more weight, and I'm scared about what's happening to my body.
Is this on a loop?
But I don't
Wait.
have bodily autonomy anymore because there's something called BMI that was created based on aesthetics in the like 1800s.
All right. Like waist and height ratio. How about that? It doesn't matter. BMI, it doesn't matter.
For fun.
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck was that? Yeah, the BMI was created for fun. The fuck are you talking about? BMI is very accurate. It means you're wider than you are tall. There is never anyone, I repeat, there's no such application of BMI that's not, like, when is it not accurate? Bodybuilders. Because you have lean, like a lot more lean mass. Show me the average person that's overweight or obese that it's not accurate. Show me. Show me. I guarantee, look, and if you're obese, you do not have proper metabolic function. Yeah, but strongman, you're still obese. You're still obese. Like if you're talking about muscle mass, if you have more lean mass, yeah, you're going to be in overweight or obese category because it's weight and height. Then hip to waist ratio, like hip and you know. Okay. All right.
Lieutenant Dan.
Enough. Okay. I'm not even addressing that. That person literally took a tranquilizer before filming. I feel sorry for her. Let's see here. Man, my brain. This one's called Trigender. We're doing this last. Fam, I don't know if I can make it. I don't know if I could do this anymore. Let's get Tainty Man. It's called Trigender. Trigender. This is responding to a question. And the question on TikTok says, are you transgender or just an ally? This is not hate at all. Of course it's not hate. An ally. An ally. Are you an ally? No, I'm not an ally. No, I'm not playing into this land of make-believe. Halloween's over. I'm not an ally. Go get a job. Go get a job. Go build a chair. Go work construction. Go get a fucking job. Go get a job that's hard. All right, Jesus fucking Christ.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
Okay. Gotta hydrate. I go to the gym. I take care of my health. Are you an ally? Are you an ally? Like, I don't need you to be an ally. Just go to the fucking gym. Go lift some fucking weights. Stop eating industrial waste. You ally. I don't need you to do what I do to feel good about myself. I don't care what you fucking do. You should do it, but you an ally? Are you on my side? All right, Trigender. Okay, this is called Trigender. For those who are just listening, Howard's. I got Howard in the hole. Howard on deck. Trigender.
What's in the box?
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
So a couple of people might have been surprised by my transgender pin that I put on this morning. I figured it's about time that I came out and talked about my gender identity.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
I want to cue up the Offspring song. Like, why don't you get a job? Get a job. Look at my transgender pin. Okay. Which way did he go, George? Oh, she's got that transgender pin. No one would know what that is. You ask all 7 billion people, there's like 6 that would know what a transgender... Oh, it's a transgender pin. I put on my transgender pin. Looks like she sucked off a Smurf. Okay,
So a couple of people might have been surprised by my transgender pin that I put on this morning. I figured it's about time that I came out and talked about my gender identity. I am trigender, which means like a triangle, I have 3 genders.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Yes, sir.
I'm your huckleberry. That's just my game.
Male, female, and non-binary.
Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ.
And the difference between trigender and gender fluid is that I feel all 3 of these genders at the same time.
Fuck!
All the time. It doesn't ever shift or change, or where I feel one gender more strongly than the other, like gender fluid tends to be. Also, I should recognize and accept that a lot of people don't see non-binary as a third gender. They see it as something completely separate from the binary
Made
of
up.
male and female.
Made up.
But
Make
for me,
believe.
it's like a third gender.
Oh, okay.
Or I guess you could call it a third identity.
No shit.
So how I feel gender-wise is like a man, like a woman, and as neither at the same time. I hope this clears things up, but let me know if you have any more questions. I'm happy to answer.
Oh, I'm cleared up. Oh, I'm fucking cleared up. I am cleared the fuck up.
I'm a fair guy, but this heat is making me absolutely crazy.
Are we clear? Oh, Crystal. Oh, we're fucking clear. We're absolutely fucking
What you've
clear.
just said is
Crystal
one of the
clear.
most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Dodson! Dodson! We've got Dodson here!
Yeah, no one cares. No one cares. You're just 3 at the same. What does that fucking mean? It means nothing. It means I want attention. I want more friends. That's all it means. It's really sad, actually. It's sad that this is like, can you imagine what's going through her head? Like, I feel like it's sad. It's a little bit scary, if it's anything. That this is an individual, like, what thoughts are going through her head? How do you even think, like, I'm just all 3 of these things? It's only for attention. There's no other reason. You don't feel that way. There's nothing, like, what does that mean? Like, what does that even mean? It doesn't mean anything. It's like, it's just it's a word salad, oatmeal mush of nonsense. One other thing. If you're going to have fluorescent blue lipstick, that doesn't make your case. Like, you don't have fluorescent blue lipstick unless you're just desperate for it. It's desperate. Look at me. This is why blue hair, red hair, magenta green, magenta hair, green hair, bright big fucking glasses with glitter all over it, septum piercings. It's all like, look at me. Look at me. Pay attention to me. Look how different I am. Like, this is how birds and butterflies, this is how like male species of like these kinds of birds and stuff. You've seen the Nature Channel. You've seen the Nature Channel. Like, that's why the males are so bright and colorful. They're showing off to try to attract the female. They're like, they're the lizards or whatever. They're like, puffing out their neck. The birds are flapping and they're all brightly colored. Butterflies are more vibrant when they're male. It's because you're like, look at me. Look at me. I can fuck. I can reproduce. Look how bright and colorful I am. You're just desperate for attention. No one does that wants to be like you don't do that. There's no reason. Why would you? Literally, you're just holding a billboard. I mean, why? You don't wear these things. You don't put that kind of lipstick on. You don't put all that metal in your face unless you're just desperate for love and attention. You're desperate to look different. I mean, I know some people do it. Like, some people do that kind of stuff and they're relatively normal individuals. But there's always a reason. It's like, why do you think some of that stuff looks good? I'm not saying you can't have blue lipstick. I'm just saying when you're saying stuff like that, it just compounds just the desperation. All right. Yeah, well, you have red Rihanna. Don't dog on red hair. I'm talking about like magenta bright. If you have red hair, it's natural. If you're just that way, that's different. No one has blue lips. No one has blue lips. No one's born with a septum piercing. All right. That was fun. That was fun. My brain hurts. Tainty Magooch. Don't be a beach. Don't be a boosh, or you'll end up like Tainty Magooch. And you have the freedom. The beautiful thing about the United States is that you're welcome to do what you want, right? You're welcome to do what you want. You're welcome to have a septum piercing. You're welcome to have bright blue hair. You're welcome to it. But it's when you combine it with absolute insanity and you promote it out there on social media, like you broadcast insane shit out there to people, that's when it just becomes public domain of like, what the fuck? Like, if you have blue hair or blue lips and you just, you're a normal person it's like, okay, you just like to wear the lipstick. All right. Not my bag, but you do you. When you say you have 3 fucking genders and you're male, female, and you're neither at the same time, it's like, you need a padded room. Like, there used to be places where you would be helped. Like, that's not a normal thing. And I'm not saying it's not normal and that if it's not normal, it's bad. I'm just saying, like, how are you functioning in society with thoughts like that? Like, how are you like a normal, a member of society? And then you have those thoughts, like you might be putting yourself and others at risk. Like, what role do you play in society? What job do you have? Like, who are you conversing with? Like, and a lot of times these people are like, they teach children, which is the worst. It's like, you wouldn't put sex offenders teaching children. I'm not saying she's a sex offender, but it's like, you wouldn't do that. That wouldn't be something that you wouldn't put them in the same room. Not a good idea. It's kind of common sense, but you wouldn't put someone that has severe mental issues educating young individuals. You shouldn't. They do, but you shouldn't. So it's like, I'm just wondering, like, how are you surviving? How do you have a place to live? Like, how are you making money? Like, what do you do? Like a barista at Starbucks or something? Like, what do you do to make money? What do you do for society? What do you do to provide value to society? How do you invest your human energy into society, which would in turn give you money? So you could buy food and have lodging and stuff like that. Like, how do you provide value to society? I'm just curious. Like, how does that work? I'm very, very interested. I'm curious. I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Like, that is like an amazing, that's an amazing thing to me. It's like, Jesus Christ, like, she buys food. How does she acquire funds? Like, what does she do in this world? What does she do? I'm very wondering about that. It's a very wondering situation. Just wondering, just curious. Everyone's going to be different. Just wondering how it makes money. All right. All right. Well, there's that. However, we should fight and defend this amazing country to allow people that are insane to be insane. People, look, insane people gonna insane. Insane's gonna insane. I grew up in New York City, you know, until I was about like 8 or 9. I mean, I grew up, people walk down the street fucking yelling at themselves like, no, motherfucker. Yeah, but crazy people gonna crazy. So that's not gonna change. I'm just wondering how does it get a cell phone? How does it get the cell phone? Cell phones ain't cheap. It's probably an iPhone. Like how? How does it get one? How does it get one? But America is an evil place. Like, how are you alive? How are you functioning in this society? It's so evil. What are you doing? What are you doing? I know I'm spending a lot of time on this, but my brain is that. I am that amazed. All right, let's give away the Swole card, fam. We have a Tainted Magooch cards. I wish I could send it to her. Let's go, though. All right, well, it's it is well deserved, and you are, what a coincidence, Rihanna Bixler. Congratulations! And what a great post! What a great post too. What a great comment. I actively feel like I'm getting dumber. Hashtag Tainted Magooch. Don't we all? Don't we all? We all feel like that. You're not the only one. We all feel that way. Congratulations, Rihanna. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2384 and your mailing address in the body of the email. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, fam. We are in favor of the United States, of every single American to live free how they see fit. But if you're going to spew ridiculous shit on the interwebs, well, we can definitely comment on it. But at the same time, we're all in this together. Why can't we just not be crazy? Why can't we just not be crazy? But we can come together. I don't care if you got blue hair, pink hair. I don't care how much metal you got in your face or any other place. You can make sick fucking games and follow the 7 pillars. Join us today, swolenormousx.com. Just don't say ridiculous, weird shit. As I proceed to say ridiculous shit.
You went full retard, man.
Oh, man.
I arrived in America's airport with clothing, US dollars, and a jar of gypsy tears to protect me from AIDS.
Oh, the interwebs.
Come on, man.
Oh, the interwebs. Starting with old Forrest Gump.
My name's Forrest Gump.
All right, let's get some soundboard requests.
Well, I'll be damned.
What are you looking at, butthead?
What is the best move to silence a woman?
Loud noises!
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
Are there any women here today?
Don't assume my gender.
There are no more shenanigans, no more tomfoolery.
He's on fire!
No more ballyhoo.
I got hairy legs.
I am very willing to let the American public
judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
No hands. Nailing it. No fucking hands.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
All right. Did you know that, fam? If you voted for Trump, you're not black. Coming from the president of the United States, you're not black if you don't vote for him, because your skin color and your race changes depending on who you vote for. I guess it's like the gender thing. I guess, you know, if you want to be I'm non-binary. I'm non-conforming. I'm just going to be, I'm neither. I'm not male or female. So right now, I'm non-binary. Look at me. Look at me non-binary. Look at me. Look at me. I'm neither. Yeah? And now I'm male again. Shit, that was fucking intense. Whew, felt good, though. It was exhilarating. That was exhilarating. Man, that was exciting times. Exciting times. You could just say shit, and it's true. All right, fam.
We choose truth over facts.
That's all for today. I can't handle anymore. We went deeper than expected, and well, I'm grateful for it. So check all the links down below. We'll be back here tomorrow. Submit your questions over there at askpapaswolio.com, and enjoy the rest of your day. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you mañana for 2385. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing, like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Our topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my